practical, or basically both are practical, but the use case is more of you knowing how to use Visio. So I'll take that last. Yes, like I said again, my name is Emmanuel, and I hope everyone can still see my screen.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm sorry, Emmanuel. I didn't know the last thing you said because my internet went off. This is Rose. I was telling you about the as is, and you were asking my team.
Okay, I said let's get through this session. Maybe something you want to send in. You can send a message on the platform. Yeah, somebody will pick it up. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Developing a business case. Yeah. I know most of us are thinking, what is a business case? I know we are used to the word business case, but what does it actually mean in the real sense? Yeah, we'll talk about it. But before we start, I have to tell you what this first session will cover, which is looking at the big picture and how the idea becomes a project. Overview of a business case and how to develop a business case. So without wasting much time, just jump at looking at the big picture. Now, the question is, what is the big picture? Now, as we all know, we don't pick the project, but the management does. So, like I said here, large organizations select the projects they run, and they have very specific reasons for those selection. In order for us, the BA, to make good project recommendations to management, we need to understand the big picture. Okay, what's the big picture? Strategy, vision. So the big picture is coined from the organization vision, which is then broken down to strategy. Yeah, and like I said here, strategy is basically a plan to achieve the particular goal or the vision of the organization. Now, I gave 3 examples here about the goal of an organization or the vision. Yeah, one is to increase sales. There was the possible strategies that you can apply to increase the sales. For here I said segment customer base, implement a better marketing, improve sales technology. I know this might not make sense now, but as we go along, we'll grab. So the second one is to improve employee satisfaction. Like I can tell from the atmosphere now, we are under pressure to deliver. Yeah. So how can we remedy that? From the business perspective, we've decided that the way they remedy that is to improve management communication, act on employees' feedback, and also to enhance salaries stroke benefits. People are always happy when they hear salary increase. Yeah. Now, the third goal is to reduce spending. Now here we have a possible strategy which includes outsource function and retire unprofitable product line or relocate to cheaper area. Doesn't make sense yet, but we're going to get down and see what it says. Now, after developing our strategic plan, yeah, on how we're going to achieve the business goal, then we want to highlight, yeah, we want to make sure that strategy aligns with the business goal, because we're still going to break down the strategy. Yeah, because first you get the high level strategy and you break it down to more the high level goal, which is further broken down to activities or objectives, product objectives. Yeah. So now, one thing that we want to be careful about is our strategy. We try to ensure that our strategies are not conflicting itself, because that will lead us to the root of failure. Yeah. Now, top level strategy. When we look at our top level strategy, all top level strategies, like the ones we've mentioned at the beginning of the of this session, those strategies must align with each other. For example, like I mentioned again, retiring a product line while concurrently improving it. You can see the conflict there. How are you retiring a product line at the same time you are improving it? There's a mix up there. Yeah. Now let's look at the lower level strategy. Yeah. Another thing is the lower level strategy must also align with the top level strategy. For example, giving tablets to salesperson is aligned with increasing the revenue by enhancing the technology. For example, if you go to most banks, yeah, you find out that there's customer support. I don't know what they call them again. The customer support staff. Yeah. Most of them have a tablet that helps whenever customer comes in, yeah, they attend to the customer directly. So that tablet helps them to manage customer, to have this one-on-one touch with personal touch with customer. Yeah. For example, in those days that we use our desktop mostly, you find out that is hard for us to achieve this. Yeah. Then another thing, after we've highlighted our objectives to the goal, or our lower level objective to the top level objective, yeah, we'll now be talking about executing our strategy. That is, when you talk about execution, you're talking about project. So we're looking at what activities are we going to embark on, yeah, to achieve this organization strategy. That's our project. Now, going to the next phase, we'll talk about the project itself. What's the project? A project is simply a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product or service or result, while a program is a set of projects that executes a strategy. Yeah, so a project is unique, yeah, in the sense that it has a lifespan. Yeah, but when it comes to a program level, it's a set of projects. 2 or more projects is what we call a program. And this is done to achieve an organization strategy. Now, from the program level, we move down to portfolio level. So a portfolio is a collection, just like when they say your investment portfolio. Yeah. So it's a collection of projects or program under common management. And these programs, they don't necessarily have to relate to each other. Yeah. They might be focused on achieving different organization strategy. So it doesn't necessarily mean that all the projects must be related. Yeah. Like, for example, we have about 10 projects or more? Yeah. And about 2 or more teams are focused on a particular project. Yeah. So all those projects put together we can look at them as a program, yeah, or portfolio. However, the bottom line here, yeah, when it comes to developing a project or a program or managing a collection of a program, it's to make profit. It has a financial connotation, yeah, which means your return on investment, because every investor wants to make profit. Otherwise, why are they going into why are they embarking on that project? Yeah. In summary, organizations have strategy, which are plans to achieve their goal. Strategy must highlight with each other. To execute a strategy, organization run a program. Programs are strategy focused, collection of projects. All the projects combine to form the portfolio. The need of high rates of return on investment necessitates careful project selection. Now, project selection is based on business cases. At this point, do we have any question that we want to raise? You can put your hand up if you want to ask a question, and otherwise I'll carry on. Okay, so that's a no. Now, what's a business case? A business case is simply a proposal stating the justification for choosing that project. It's just a rationale justifying why we want to take up that project. Yeah. The business case is simply a documented argument for a project, and it contains an overview of the problem, the various solution options, and the recommendation. Who writes a business case? I know many a times this is where people are really not clear, because they tell you business analysts don't write business case. It's not up to the business analyst to write a business case. Sometimes true, sometimes you don't know. As a business analyst, you might be given that task to do. Yeah, but mostly in an agile environment, you find out that the business case might likely have been done before you are employed. So mostly what we do in agile environment is to implement. So the business have already selected the project, then your agile team are put together to implement the project. So theoretically, who writes the business case is the senior manager championing the project, aka the sponsor. However, the sponsor does not really do it. Yeah, it gives it to someone to do, which in a real sense, you, the BA. And sometimes the project manager helps to craft the business case. Yeah, and the business case is not only done by you, the BA. There's a team that comes together. Yeah, you put the team together to help, to brainstorm, to get information on what you use to write your business case. That's why they said, realistically, the BA, hence the relationship between you and the sponsor is very key. Why? Because you have to influence your sponsor. As a business analyst, you will influence a lot of decisions. Yeah, you speak to a lot of stakeholders at various levels. Yeah. So you have to keep that relationship. And because, again, you have to continue working closely with them, yeah, because they are the ones sponsoring, they're the one going to sponsor the project or sponsoring the project. And thirdly, for your career benefit, yeah, they can push you up at the same time. They can sack you. So you want to be careful. Yeah. So the business analyst, this is one document that you're supposed to know how to do. But yeah, you just have to know how to do this document. Yeah. But they might likely not give you this task to do. My first interview as a business analyst, they dropped me because I couldn't do business case. I think the owner of the company wasn't supposed to be part of the panel, but I don't know if I should say unfortunately or fortunately for me, he just came and sat there. And after everything, he just asked about the business case. And I actually have idea, but not really. Yeah. So I answered the question, but not the way I was supposed to answer it. I forgot about a lot of stuff. Yeah. So they called me back and told me that I was almost there. But that business case kicked me out. Yeah. It was bad news for me, but on the other end, it opened my eyes to an understanding that this document is one thing I need to know how to create. Yeah, so continue. What's the content? A business case document. The content of a business case document. First, the problem, the strategic environment, the solutions considered, and the solution details. And lastly, you summarize everything, the summary of what you've written. So we'll start with the problem statement. Now, before I go into the problem statement, the other day we did the gap analysis, and the tutor for that session, she really did a very good work. Yeah. She mentioned she gave a lot of information that will help you to analyze problems. Yeah. So, but I won't go into it today, yeah, because I believe that she's covered it. I thought I was going to be the one to cover the gap analysis, but she did a very good job. Anyways, problem statement. That's the first item on your business case document. Here, you outline the problem overview. You list detailed agitations, pain points, and you conclude. Now, the next question is, what's a pain point or agitation? Agitation. A pain point is a specific problem that a specific customer in your business are experiencing. Now, another question is, who are customers? The people actually using that product, or you are using the service you are rendering. Yeah. So if they have an issue, yeah, using that product, then that's a problem. So you want to understand what the problem is. Therefore, yeah, you want to do a root cause analysis to actually dive deep to understand what the actual problem is or what is causing the problem. Yeah, but problem or pain point is basically a problem. Yeah. So on your right hand side on the slide, you can see I gave an example. Yeah. Today, Blue Sky customer customer management process. Yeah. Prevents information sharing about sales and service opportunity impacting the business, which is impacting the business significantly. How is it impacting the business? So I mentioned about 4 points here, which is managers are unaware of customers' interaction, which is quite strange, but that's a problem. Customers have a disjointed experience with the business. That's a problem. Customer choose our competitors on critical products. Wow, the customer does not trust us, so they prefer our competitors. That's a problem for us. Managers leave us for competitors. Yeah, we always do that. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, if the environment is not right, we tend to pull out. So this basically are the problem. Yeah, you can see how I itemized it and I gave small clarity as to what those lines, each of those lines mean. Then there's a summary down that says one of the most common complaints was that no one knows what's going on with respect to the customer's activity. That's a big problem. So therefore, there's a problem with customer satisfaction. Therefore, the business will be losing money. Open to make profit. Yeah. So the next thing online will now be how. I think we're used to this. Yeah. Just a small analogy of what pain point is. You can see from your left-hand side. Can everyone see my cursor? Or am I talking to myself?
Yes, sir.
Can everyone see my cursor?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now
Yeah.
you can see from your left to your right, you can see the level of displeasure. Yeah. As it goes down to the right-hand side, you know, you don't have to wait until you get to level 10 before you start identifying problems with your customer. Yeah. From 4, 5, you start seeing signs because again, the business constantly look at data to find out if they're doing well or if they are meeting their expected performance. Remember, gap analysis. Yeah. So some examples of pain points includes financial, productivity, process, and support. In our case, given the example up here, yeah, it's basically has to do with process. So on the right-hand side here, following my cursor, yeah, you can see an idea of what we could be looking at to try to remedy the pains of our customer. Okay, the next is the strategic environment. You remember, the business case document contains the problem statement, the strategic environment, the solution details. So now we're on the strategic environment, which is where we highlight the strategy relevant to our problems and how the project is highlighted to them. And also here, we are looking at the strategy in terms of the requirement. What can we do better? Yeah. So if we go back here, we can see the pain points on the left, and we can see the potential, not solution, the potentials, the things we can look at to remedy the pain points. Yeah, so the strategic environment, you can see on the right-hand side, I gave an example. Yeah, the solution to the problem must support the business growth agenda. Remember, we're losing customers. Yeah, we're losing customers, we're losing profit or revenue. So now, whatever solution we're looking at, yeah, will have to support the business growth environment. So now here I have 2 bullet points, which is to increase sales by increasing customer satisfaction. Yeah, that has to change because customer is dissatisfied with our service. Then 2, increase sales by developing new or enhanced our online service sales channel. Yeah. So that means we want to capture or create a new system that would enhance our revenue base. Yeah. Someone's hand is up. One. If you give me a minute, let me. Rose, your hand is up. If you want to ask a question before I move to the next line.
Yes, please. In the other, so when we are doing business case, is like you list all the possible solutions. Will you say that in this slide before this one now, will you say that those possible solutions, are they supposed to be in the problem statement or in the strategic environment? Like
are you looking at this page?
Yes, this particular stage now where you listed the possible solutions to the problem.
Let me explain what this screen you're looking at means. This is just giving you an idea of what pain point is or problems. Yeah?
Yeah.
So this is not part of what should be in our business case. This screen is just trying to explain what pain point is. Yeah? How do we identify the problem? Yeah? Which perspective does the problem lies? Yeah, so that's what this screen is talking about. We'll come to the solution, yeah, but we're not there yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Ruthie for real. You can go on with your question.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Mom. Yeah, go on with your question.
So my question is that does it mean that this business case forms the basis for the project initiation? So before the project is initiated, so the business case is what will have to will serve as the foundation before the project is initiated and implemented. My second question would be that based on the explanation that you have given that we have different types of pain points, so would that mean that there will be different types of requirements as well?
Okay, let me start with the last question, yeah? Now, this example I've given as problems or pain points, yeah? This simply tells you the perspective at which you can be looking at the problem, yeah? Because problem can be financial. The business is losing money, yeah? Or the business is spending too much on the product. At the end of the day, yeah, it's eating into their revenue base, yeah? Now, pain points problems can also arise from the system, the inefficiency of a system. Yeah, so this just tells you how you can look at problem, how you can see problem. Yeah, so it helps you break down, yeah, your problem so that you can now focus on, based on the perspective, you know the kind of solution or requirement you will be looking at solving or addressing that pain or that problem. Yeah. The second question has to do with I've forgotten. Is it about the requirements? Can you take?
Yes, please.
About the requirement. Now, based on, you remember when they talked about the gap analysis? Yeah. Gap analysis is basically the difference between where you are now, yeah, where you want to be, the distance, yeah, the gap between where you are now and the exact or desired state that you want to be. So now you can see now that the gap there, the kind of requirements that you need is based on what that gap is telling you. So that means requirements differs. For example, financial problems. If you want to solve financial problems, yeah, you are solving financial problems. If your process have deficiencies, yeah, then you want to find out which area of the process is having problem, yeah? And maybe as a result of that, it's also causing you financial problems. But you want to first of all understand what the, why is your process not efficient? Yeah? Where are the gaps? Yeah, if you don't solve the root cause of the problem, yeah, you still be swimming in the same problem. You might solve it temporarily, but you find out that, yes, it's just halfway. You still be having that problem along the line. So you want to ensure that you do your root cause analysis, find out where the problem actually is, yeah, so that you have an understanding of the requirement that you would need to address it. So that means your requirements will differ based on what you want to address. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. All right. So we are here, strategic environment. So the customers are dissatisfied. So we are looking for solution. How do we resolve this? So whatever solution we're thinking of coming up with, yeah, it also have to align with the business strategy. Yeah, for example, increasing sales by increasing customer satisfaction. Definitely, if customers are satisfied with your product, they always come back. Yeah. So, and the more customers you have, the more profits you might likely get. However, not all the time, yeah, but most likely, if you have more customers, you'll be making more money. Depends on how much the operational cost is. Okay. Now, solutions consideration. Now, this part is where it's a little bit tricky, yeah, and is the most important part of your business case, because this is where you want to consider all the necessary solutions that best fit addressing the issue. So here, you list all the solutions you've considered. You remember, Yeah, you remember, you gather the right team to actually come together to brainstorm, to come up with this information. You don't do it alone. Yeah, you're always working with a variety of management team to get this information out. So now you list all the solutions, likely solutions. Then the first two or the first three best solutions, yeah, but they are not selected. You want to list them so that management can see them, that they have options, solution options, yeah. Then the last part of the solution, the last solution, yeah, which is the chosen solution, is now listed at the end, just like you have here on the right-hand side, yeah? We have improving the website, appointing a customer advocate, creating a customer feedback portal, yeah? Or holding customer appreciation week. Then lastly, developing a new CRM system. Yeah, so you can see all this 1, 2, 3, the first three solutions, yeah, they are okay, they are good, but they are not selected. The question now is why? So I'll take you to the next phase. This is where you do your brainstorming. This is where you and your team come together to brainstorm before you come up with the right solution. So during your brainstorming session, yeah, the first thing you want to do is to ensure that the right people, yeah, are part of that session. For example, the sponsor, the product manager or the product owner, or the domain experts and the tech experts as well. You want to bring them in because they know about, probably they have more information about the product, yeah, or insights in terms of cost. How much is it going to, how much will it cost to get that solution implemented? They have all these ideas. So you bring them all in, yeah? And you also want to make sure you communicate the goal of that session so that everybody understands what that session is about, yeah? And also states that the session is to have multiple solutions, yeah? So that based on those number of solutions that you've identified, yeah, you select the best, yeah? So now, if you see from the table 1, the one at the top, saying solution brainstorming, you can see the problem is well stated. Where is my mouse? Yeah, the problem is well stated. Our website isn't generating enough sales. Why? And how can this be remedied? Yeah. So the first thing we looked at is creating a new CRM system, making improvement on the website, customer appreciation events, yeah, setting up a customer feedback portal, yeah, appointing a senior person to act as a customer advocate role. Now, but the most important items here on the table, these are all the ideas that we've, been able to identify, yeah? So now we want to look at, okay, all these ideas, yeah? Let's say, for example, developing the CRM system. Does it address the problem totally? Yeah? Or partially? If yes, you leave a status there. For example, does it solve the problem? Partially, yeah, because it can be no, yeah, because if it's not solving the problem, you won't even have it on the list in the first place. Yeah. Now you also want to look at, okay, if you solve the problem, what are the risks, the issue, or any assumptions you can identify? Yeah. Now, because you are not really like a domain expert, so you want to solicit the help of the domain experts. They know these things. They can tell you these are the likely risks that we might have, or the assumption, or these are the issues that we might face. They know that. They also might tell you the rough estimates of the cost of implementing that. Yeah. So you're looking at the cost, implication, and at the end of the day, yeah, you also want to look at the budget. Do you have budget constraint? Yeah, because sometimes you can have a very good solution, but it's very expensive, and you already have an idea how much the business wants to spend for that solution. Yeah. So you look at how much does the business have, do you have, has the business put aside enough money, yeah, to resolve that? Or how much do you have? How much is the business looking at to spend for that strategy? Yeah. So that's why you have high budget, minimum budget, low budget, minimum budget. So you're looking at it. So you're asking all these questions. Once you've identified all the ideas, you ask to see if those ideas address the problem totally. You want to know, because sometimes the solution you've identified might completely address the problem. Yeah. Or sometimes you might need a combination of ideas to address all the problems. Yeah. So you want to know the cost implication, and you want to know if the budget they've put aside can cover it. And again, once you've done this, yeah, you now go to the next phase where you want to choose which of the solution is best. Because now you can see that all of them, they're actually good solutions, but how do you identify which one is better? Yeah. Sorry. Ruti, for real. You want to go on with the question? Or your hand is still up?
Yes, please. I've got another question. Sorry for interrupting.
Okay.
So my question would be that, given that the business owner, or let me say, the management have given a particular budget for the project, and the solution, or what you are advising them to go with, like the solution you've got is higher than the proposed budget that has been made available. Is it right for the business analyst to give that's in support with the other team, that he or she is working with, to prefer, like other options? Take, for instance, the budget, cannot meet the ideal solution that they are hoping would solve the problem.
Let me answer it. I think I know where you're going. You already have a baseline budget, yeah? And now you've looked at all the solutions, but the best solution that you can come up with overshoots the planned budget, right? Is that a question?
So, yes.
What you want to do, yeah? You want to justify it, yeah? So even if it's going to go over, yeah, it's okay, because what the business is looking out for is, okay, they want to solve this problem, yeah? and they don't want it to come back again. Yeah. So even if it's going to cost the business extra, it's something they can consider, but you have to make a case for it. That's why you're doing the business case. Yeah. Like, for example, if you look at this example, developing a new CRM, developing a CRM system. Yeah. You can see it does not have any constraint in terms of budget. Yeah. But you can see the cost is 500K. But in terms of budget, no constraint. Yeah. Maybe before now, yeah, they have a constraint of, they have a base, a budget of, say, 300. Yeah. You can see the rest of the solution falls within the 300. So they can easily pass. Yeah. But the one for developing a new CRM system overshoots the budget. Yeah. So now you want to make a case for it. So the business, yeah, would look at all your solutions and try to find out, why did you choose this? Yeah. And why didn't you go for the other options? Because they want to see the other options that are available. And they want to also understand the reason why you chose that one. Yeah. Am I able to answer that, or you still need more clarity?
Yes, fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you're the business analyst. You can actually, it's not for you to say, it's not for you to decide. Yeah. You are helping the business to take that decision, but you have to make a case for it. That's why you are doing this case, this business case. Is a proposal. Yeah. The business will have to review it and come to their own conclusion, not you. Yeah. So once you've brainstormed, yeah, you look at all your options, that, okay, all these options are solutions. Yeah. So you state all the ideas, all your options. Yeah. Then you weigh them based on, because again, now you're trying to highlight it with the strategy, the organization strategy. So you also want to highlight whatever solution, you want to see if it aligns with the strategy. And how you now score the strategy based on, you give it a priority. Yeah. So you also look at it, you are highlighting it based on customer satisfaction strategy. And also you are highlighting it based on developing an online channel. That's another strategy. Yeah. You're also looking at the return on investment. Yeah. Which is basically the benefits over cost. Yeah. Then the break-even analysis. Then you're also looking at the intangibles. Yeah. Something that you can't really quantify. For example, friendliness. How do you quantify friendliness? But you just have to look for a way, yeah, to weigh friendliness. Yeah. So in terms of priority here, they've given them this weight, which is for customer satisfaction, 10, for online sales channel is 8, return on investment, you can see that it's high, it's 10. Yeah. Break even is 10. Break even is 8. It's also very important. But friendliness is intangible. Yeah. So you can see that it's 6, but you are also looking at it. You're not only looking at the tangibles, you're also looking at the intangibles. So by the time you do your breakdown for all of them, yeah. Now, I know the question now you're asking is, how did you come up with all these numbers? So now you've weighed all of them based on this information you can find here, yeah, at the header. So what you want to do now, you now add everything up. You first of all multiply each of those solutions by their priority. For example, 10, you multiply it by 8. Yeah, you still do the same. You multiply 10 by 8, you multiply 8 by 8. Yeah, now we're looking at developing a CRM system. Yeah, so you are multiplying your score against the agreed priority. Yeah, the agreed weight. Yeah, so at the end of the day, by the time you add up all score on the line, yeah, you arrive at what you have on the total score here. Yeah, now all these scores might not be correct. I'm not sure they are correct, but I think I made some errors, but I don't know where the error is. Yeah, so the question now is, how do you determine which one is best? So based on the score, you go with the highest, the score with the highest, which is 251. Yeah, which is 251. Yeah, does this make sense so far? Rose.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Rose, go on with your question.
So this template, is it like a template that we use whenever we are doing this?
Not really. Yeah, but this is something that you can create. Yeah, in your when you're doing the task. Yeah, you can use this if you want. Yeah, but this is just like an example.
Okay.
Yeah, your environment determines what you are looking at. Yeah, and the strategic vision or the strategic goal also determine what you are, or I'll say what you are looking at determines the information you want to have on the template. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
So, but if you want to use this to practice, to have an understanding of how to get the score or how to determine what solution to recommend, yeah, you can use it. Yeah. Lola Sani, you can go on with your question.
I'm raising my hand.
All right, sorry.
Yeah, there's someone before me.
Yeah, go on. Adeoluwa.
Adeolu, yes.
Adeolu.
Yes, thank you. So this scoring system, I'm not exactly clear on it. I see that, for instance, developing a CRM system, you have 8, 221% on the ROI, 6 and 10. How does it then add up to 251? Okay. Are they all in percentage, or they're different? Some are figures and some are percentage. I'm not sure.
This is percentage, you can see. Yes, that's how you calculate your return of investment.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
So, as is in percentage, you can convert it.
Okay.
Yeah? So by the end of the day, that line, you add it up. But before you add it up, you want to multiply it by the weight priority that you've given them. Yeah?
Okay.
So you multiply by the priority, each of them. Yeah? Then you add them up. Yeah? Like I said again, I'm not sure most of it are correct, but what you want to do, like I said, you want to multiply for the developing a CRM system. Yeah? I hope everybody's following.
Yeah, I get that. So yeah, my other question will be, who are you the one putting this score by yourself, or is like, obviously everybody comes together and brainstorms and decide what determines the score? Is it like it's not a balanced scorecard or something? What determines the score that you have assigned to each of the options?
And in your team, you agree on how to weight. Yeah. How important. Yeah. For example, how important is customer satisfaction to the business? It's very important. That's why it's 10. Yeah. Sales channel is very important as well, but you can see it's a little bit lower than customer satisfaction strategy. Then return on investment, basically the profit, you can see is also high because investors want to make money. Yeah. So anything that would create value in terms of increase their revenue. Yeah. Most organizations rank it to be very high. Yeah. You can see break-even analysis or break-even. Yeah. I hope that's clear.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Lola, Sani.
Yes, thank you so much. I have 2 questions. First one is, what tool is actually used for this brainstorming session? Like, not the template now. What tool do you use to conduct this session that shows all of these things to the stakeholders?
What do you mean what tool? What do you mean what tool? You can see what is here.
Like
This
collaboration
looks like,
tool. How
like
do you...
an Excel.
Okay.
Just look like a spreadsheet. You just put everything you're looking at in table. Yeah?
Yeah, so you don't need like a collaboration tool, just your Excel spreadsheet.
When you mean collaboration, what do you actually mean?
So there are different collaboration tools now that they use for, like, when you want to do presentations.
For example,
even if you, I can't remember, I think Miro and all of those tools, Mural, tools like that you use to show them what you are doing.
Yeah. Okay. This is what I'll say, yeah? You can use any tool you want, as long as your stakeholders, the people you are working with, understand, because all you're trying to do, yeah, is to open up the space so that everybody have a view of what is going on. And you also, because you're soliciting their inputs, yeah, they understand what goes where and what goes, they understand what goes where, basically. So if you want to use Excel like this, if you want to use Mira, I don't know, I don't think I've used Mira before.
Okay, I get that. Yeah, thank you.
But just use the tool that is easy for you to communicate. Yeah.
The next question is, so I just wanted to confirm that this ROI and the finance stuff that there will be done by the finance guys or someone from finance working on the project, not by the BA.
Okay, this is what I'll say, yeah? You are a BA. Okay, this is basically how I work. Yeah? When it comes to developing solution, I try to be involved the least. I bring all the people that are necessary, yeah, that understands this thing, yeah, because I don't know anything. I always take that position. Mine is just to ask a question and make sure everybody, yeah, understands whatever anyone is saying, yeah, so that there is no mix-up, yeah. For example, if we are talking about, okay, what are the likely risks? Maybe I don't have a clue. I might have a clue, yeah, but the experts knows it more, yeah. So even if they say they mention one or two issues, yeah, I might just ask question. Maybe how is that? How does it apply in this case? What's the effect? Yeah. In this case, yeah, then they will tell you. You understand? So it's not really for you to actually say this is the solution. You bring the experts to give you the ideas to help you select.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah, thank you.
I believe at this point, no more question. Lola, your hand is still up. So we are running out of time now. Okay, now we've selected, yeah? Remember, we've chosen the one with the highest score, yeah? Now we are now looking at the solution itself proper. Yeah. So we're looking at the solution overview. Yeah. So we're looking at what does, we are building a new CRM system. Yeah. What exactly are we looking at in the new CRM system that will help us achieve our goal? One, customer information page. Yeah. So we have another feature where customer interacts, for example, maybe the digital front end. Yeah. We want to make it very friendly for customers. Yeah. We also want to have customer research tools so that will give us insights as to what is going on with the product and how customer is responding or reacting to the to our service. Yeah. And also tools, yeah, that helps to give information about our products in terms of sales. Yeah. And we have a reporting tool, alert tool, and notification tool. So all these are going to be the likely future in that new system we want to build. Yeah. So basically, this is just an overview of what the solution entails. Then we go to the next. We now look at the most important cost benefit analysis section. Yeah. Now, all these figures are made up. Yeah. So they are made up. So this section is a very important section. Yeah. Your chief financial officer. This is their area of expertise. Like you mentioned, yeah. The accountants, these are their spots. They will ask you questions. They will look at all these things. Yeah. You've given them a breakdown. You've given them a summary. They will look at it. They will look at all the financial highlights. Yeah. What is going to happen when the system is developed and probably goes live? Yeah. What are they going to benefit? What's the benefit? Yeah. So this section this part of the documentation has two sections. One contains the financial highlights, which you are looking at on the right-hand side of the screen. Yeah. And two, the spreadsheet. How did you arrive at this? This might not be totally correct. It's made up. Yeah. So here you get the return on investment. So you're looking at the cost. You're looking at the cost. Yeah. Come on. You're looking at the cost. Then you're looking at the benefit. Yeah. So by the time you multiply the cost from the benefit, yeah, you have your total. Yeah. And based on that, you understand what your return on investment is for year 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And what it actually means to break even. Yeah. That means when that product start paying up itself. Yeah. Maybe in year 0, year 0, you spend money to develop it. Year 1, it's gone live. Yeah. But you still spend some money. Yeah. You are not making money in year 1. You make less. Yeah. Because you are still trying to make up the money you spent for the development. Yeah. Then you can see, I'm looking at where you have break even. Where is my mouse? Break even here. Yeah. That's where you have your break even analysis. Yeah. So you can see on year 2, you still have a negative value. But year 3, that's when you break even. Year 3, you can see you've broken even. Yeah. So now, from now, going forward, you see the business will start making some form of money. Yeah. So this part is what the finance guys want to look at in details to find out, okay, are all these things right? Yeah. Why did you actually select this? Let's see how much it's going to cost us and why. Which area are we spending more? Yeah. They're going to look at this. Yeah. Then the solution details. Still on the solution details, the timeline. Yeah. So you also want to present the timeline. Now, in our own case, yeah, based on the environment we are here, yeah, is an agile environment. So we are looking at iteration. Yeah. So at every point in time, yeah, your product owner, yeah, actually looks at how much, you know, they've spent so far. Although you might not have that insight, but they do have it. They know how much they've spent. Yeah. So far. So you'll be looking at what goes into what is released first, second, third. Yeah. Just like you've been doing so far. Yeah. You've written stories, they've tested it, and they've released it. Yeah. So in a traditional project environment, which is waterfall, you can see that it's different. Where you analyze first, you finish your analysis, you move to design. Yeah, you know how much you spend doing your analysis. Yeah, and all the what's it called? Everything that it takes to how much it costs you for your analysis, basically, and the time it will take you. You know how you know it. Before you now move to the next level, which is design, then you have to finish design before you move to development. Yeah. But in our own environment, yeah, it's different. Yeah. So you want to also show the timeline. How will this product, yeah, be implemented? Yeah. The organization wants to see it. Then assumptions and risk. You remember during the brainstorming session, yeah, you pick up some of these assumptions and risk. And you also want to validate those assumptions as much as you can so that you are not misinforming the business, because your business case, yeah, is very important. So they will question you. Basically, you're going to be selling your case. Yeah. So you look at the assumption and how you're going to resolve the assumption. You look at your risk, the probability of the occurrence, yeah, and the impact. Then you have a mitigation plan. How do you plan to mitigate that risk? Yeah. One person's Adewumi, sorry. Go on with your question.
Hey, no, just a quick one. Slide you had prior to this one. Solution details. Yeah, that one, the CRM system. No, yeah, the table. Next one, yeah, that one. So those figures there, are those going to be based on when you do your market research, you do your analysis? So say they're buying a new system, new CRM system. So you'll have priced it, you've looked for, a bespoke one that could buy off the shelf, or they could build one. Is that where you get those figures for, or is it someone that will come up?
Exactly. When you're doing your brainstorming, yeah, yeah, you get out all those information. Yeah. So this is when you're just putting everything in table. Sometimes, yeah, the finance guys will help you with this. Yeah. You actually might likely have a finance person in the team. Yeah. because this business case is basically high level. Most BAs don't see business case, yeah, except maybe you are one of those specialized BA that works with the business itself, yeah. So, but don't be caught up with this, yeah. You can limit your own to benefits, advantage, and disadvantage if you want, so that you don't go into this breakdown, yeah, and confuse yourself. If you're now an accountant, you don't need to bother, yeah. You can just use advantage and disadvantage to select here. Go back up to select here. So instead of using all this heading, you can just use advantage or disadvantage. Just create anything that you think you can use to do assessment. Yeah. And you can score the advantage based on the agreed criteria. Yeah. Yeah. So you also want to identify the assumptions and risk. Then lastly, you summarize everything. Yeah. You state the organizational problem, which you have at the beginning, you know, this problem statement, the impact of the problem, yeah, and the recommended solution, and the benefits of the solution. Those you capture in your summary, yeah. There's an example on the right-hand side. I think I'll share this so that I'm not sure if Blue Sky wants me to share this, I'll share it. But however, there's video, yeah. So you look at what you have on the right-hand side. That's an example. You can use that to create yours. I think I'm going to send a template for us to use, yeah? Now, lastly, yeah, how do you present your business case? Now, on the right-hand side, this is how you wrote your business case. This is how to write it. You start with your problem statement, the strategic environment, the solution considered, and the solution details, then the summary. But it's different when you want to present it. You start with the summary. You take your summary to the top. That's where you have, where they say executive summary. Most cases, yeah, people start writing their business case from summary. And it tends to be funny because how do you know what's going to be in the business case? You're writing the summary before even doing the work. So you want to see what goes in. You want to know what the problem is, the strategic environment, the solution that you've considered, and the details of the solution. Then you want to summarize it as your executive summary, because that's what the your senior management are going to look at first. Yeah, we'll give them a pointer as to, okay, this document looks, there are some points that you've mentioned, that you've raised. Yeah. For example, look at my summary here. Yeah. You talked about the problem. Yeah. What's the problem causing in the organization? You list them in details. Yeah. And you talk about the solution. Yeah. And how you're going to address it. Yeah. And the benefits you get from the solution. Yeah. So once they see this, and if you have figures, like financial figures, yeah, it gives it strength. You know, in this case, there's no financials. Yeah, you can include the risk. Yeah, when you're doing your summary, you remember you talked about risk and assumption. Yeah, you also talked about the cost benefit analysis. You also want to include it. Yeah, you might just pick this. Yeah, you also want to include it in your summary. So that gives them a perspective, yeah, for them to be interested in reading your case or taking up your case. Then I know we're shooting out of time. Then, apart from presenting the case, yeah, you also, before you even start your business case, you want to understand who your audience are, yeah, who are going to be looking at or reviewing your business case, yeah, from the project management level, yeah, you have the senior management, the PMO director and staff, yeah, and the area managers, yeah. Those are basically your relationship managers in the maybe probably the area or the regional managers, yeah. Now, I've left the audience and their responsibilities, yeah. So from the PMO, yeah, you can see once it gets to this level, once you read this, I think we can read this. Maybe I'll share this. Once you read this, you understand where everybody sits, yeah, and how important everybody, what are they concerned about? You see them there. Now, how does it work? Yeah, management, this is more like a summary. The management determines the change agenda, yeah. Then the PMO calls for project proposal, of which is your business case, yeah? Then the managers and team prepares the business case. Yourself, part of the people that will prepare the case, yeah? Then the PMO reviews the proposals because they have a lot of proposals, yeah? The PMO reviews it. The PMO now presents the list to management. And the senior management negotiates the which projects they should take up, after which they bring up your team, yeah, to go into the implementation of that project, yeah. I hope I've been able to do justice to this session. We've overshoot the time, but I'll try to be brief on the next line. I hope, do we have any question? Any question?
Emmanuel, quickly, can you just flash the risk slide, please? Slide on risk. I think I kind of missed that.
This is made up, yeah. Your project might be different. Yeah. So, since there's no question, I'll quickly do something. Let me unshare my screen. I'll need to seek the approval first of management to share a template. So we can create our own, but we don't have to, 1 minute. We don't have to, let's take our time to create it anyways, yeah? We'll take our time to create it. Let me share my screen again.
So do you have templates in every organization for drafting all of this?
Yeah, most of organizations already have a template, yeah? So now, this is what you want to do, yeah? You always want to ask if they have anything, yeah? Because most times people tend to struggle to, when you come in and you are new, they say go and do this. The thing that we do mostly, we tend to struggle, especially when it comes to document review. We tend to be afraid to ask if there's any document available. Yeah. So as a business analyst, you want to ask as much question, you know, as you can, just to give you an insight of what they have and what is expected of you. So if they have a template for business case, they say do a business case. You might want to ask them if they have a template. So you want to see what is in their template, because the template you are used to, you are familiar with, might be different based on the organization you find yourself. Yeah. So, but the idea is for you to understand the concepts of creating one. Yeah. Can you see screen? Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll see if they ask me to share this template, I will share it. Yeah. Otherwise, we can search for templates online. Yeah. So you can see the content. Yeah. You can see it matches what we looked at today. Yeah. You have the problem statements, you have the solution considered. Yeah. So it matches what we looked at today. Yeah. Oh, come on. So you see the summary. You can change that to, you can say executive summary. People use that. Yeah. So it states all that, the problem, the impact, the recommendation, the benefits. Then this is where you actually start with the problem statement. Yeah. You remember when I talked about agitation, I also mentioned pain points, basically problem. Yeah.
The pain
Then the
point.
strategic environment, the solution considered. Yeah. The cost benefit analysis. Yeah. So in this area, yeah, if you are struggling to do this, yeah, you can just change it to advantage and disadvantage. Yeah. So you don't struggle. Just have an understanding of what goes into where. Why did you choose this solution? What are the criteria you use for your assessment? The advantage, the disadvantage. Yeah. Then the timeline. So we're not going to be using waterfall. Yeah. Because of our environment. Remember, we've already achieved some of this. Yeah. So the risk and assumption will follow. And that's it. Yeah. So I'll try and share this. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll also tell us, let's not beat ourselves. Yeah. Let's take our time, especially with this business case. It takes some time to actually create one, to write one. Take some time. Yeah. So I'll give us just 2 minutes for us to catch our breath. Then we quickly jump into the next session, which is the use case. Yes, go on, Lola. You have a question?
Yes. Someone had asked earlier at what point is the business case usually prepared? I think I get what you replied her with. Is it before the project starts at all?
Now, it's always before the project starts. Now, let me put it like this, yeah? You constantly review your business case anyway, yeah? So even while you've started the project, you still review your business case. But before management decide that this is the project they want to embark, what's the name of your team? IOTA. Before Blue Sky decided, yeah, to select your project, yeah, there is a lot of work that have gone at the background. Yeah.
Yeah.
The business have looked at other solutions, yeah, but they've decided to go with your project. So that means,
okay,
sometimes before you are employed, yeah, you already have that. I'll quickly share something with us. If I don't even know where this is again, but I'll share one presentation with us. But it's going to be brief. This one. So I hope this session is helpful. Oh, yes, since everybody's quiet, is not. Okay.
Yes.
Very helpful.
I want to share something with us. Don't even know where it is. Okay. Just 1 minute. We'll quickly jump on the use case. Yeah. But I'll share this so that you actually have an understanding of as a business analyst, what you might likely be looking at. Oh yeah, someone. Can I stop recording? Okay. Yeah, let me share this. But this is not. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, can you see this? Yeah. So
Yes,
you can see on this space, yeah. Now, this execution phase, which is the implementation phase, that's where you come in, your team comes in, yeah? But before you get to this point, all this has been done, yeah? So you can see where the business case is, yeah? Now, this is a structure, a traditional structure. At the same time, yeah, a Scrum, which you can say I infuse the Scrum approach. Yeah. Now I did this. This is I think this is a presentation I did for, I don't even know which organization again. Yeah. But I didn't take the job, but they're still looking for me today. Now, this is how I broke it down. Yeah. So maybe one of these days, what we're going to do, we're going to look at a case study, yeah, and walk through it together so we understand what we might likely be looking at, because as a business analyst, sometimes they give you case study, yeah, so that you can create something, you can present something. So they want to know how you think, how you approach, how you will be approaching a project, yeah. So I hope that I just showed you give kind of clarity to where the business case sits. Okay, that's a yes, if it's quiet. Thank you very much. Okay, so with the small time that we have, I will take us through this session. I hope nobody asks question here, so that we'll all go home happy. We just have 20. Okay, we have 24 minutes. Sorry, this might be everywhere, so forgive me. Can everyone see my slide?
Yes.
Yes, a use case. What is a use case? Let's stop talking about theory. Yeah. A use case is also a high level document. Yeah. Just like a business case. Yeah. What is a use case? A use case diagram is a behavioral UML diagram type. That doesn't really make sense. Yeah. But it will make sense as we go on. Yeah. Used to analyze various systems. Yeah. A use case diagram is a visual summarization of interaction and relationship with a system. Identify functions and how roles interact with the system. Like I mentioned earlier, a use case is a high-level document diagram, which shows stakeholders very broad view of a system. Elements of a use case. A use case has 4 elements: the system, the actors, the use case itself, and the relationship. Now, if just follow my cursor, if you can't see my cursor, just let me know, please. Yeah. 1 minute. Yeah, if you can't see my cursor, let me know. So a use case has 4 elements: the system, the actors, the use case itself, and the relationship. Now, the system is simply the boundary. Yeah, it's the system. The system is the system you are building, basically. Yeah, maybe your application, your business application is the system. So, and you can see it in a rectangle box. Yeah. So everything that happens inside, yeah, everything inside is what the system does. Yeah. So who interacts with the system? So there are actors. Yeah. Actors are yourself, the users. Actors can also be machine. Yeah. Like admin or the business or your database can be your ATM machine, for example. Yeah. So actors can be human being like yourself, can be a machine. So basically, the triangle box is the system, and the actors, you can see it's depicted by this. We're familiar with this. Yeah. Stick human. Yeah. So these are the actors. We have the primary actors. We always have the primary actors at the left. The primary actors are the actors that initiate a request in the system. Why the secondary actor is always on the right? Yeah, they respond to the primary actor. Yeah, hope I'm not too fast. Yeah. Then, like I mentioned again, a use case has 4 elements: the system, the actors, and the use case itself. So the use case is simply functionalities. Yeah. What are the activities or functions the users are going to be doing in the system? For example, the user are going to be they will log in, they can register, they can book a course, they can order for a product, they can make payments. Those are use cases. Yeah. And they're always in this shape, oval shape. Yeah. So the use case, 4 elements, the boundaries. Yeah, the boundaries or the system itself, which is the rectangular box. Yeah, the actors, the stick human. Yeah, the primary and the secondary actor. Then the use case itself, the actions, the activities, that the user are going to be performing. Those are the use cases. Then the fourth is the relationship, basically communication link. How does the actor, yeah, what actions is linked to the primary actor or the secondary actors? Yeah. So that's the interaction between the actor and the system based on the actions they are performing. Yeah. So we have the actor here on the left. Can everybody see my cursor? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir. We have the actors, the actor on the left. What is my cursor? The actor on the left, and those are the use cases. And you can see the link. The line from the use case to the use case to the actor is called relationship. Now, there are different types of relationship. Yeah. Next page. We have an include relationship and an exclude relationship. Now, basically, how do you identify an include relationship or an exclude relationship? Now, we look at include, yeah? An include relationship has a base use case and an include use case. For example, a use case, customer login, yeah? Every time you log in, you have a corresponding action that happens automatically, that is performed in the system. You log in, the system verifies your details. Yeah? Every time you log in, the system verifies your details. So an include relationship is simply denoted by the arrow. You see the broken arrow pointing to the complementary action, because without verifying your login details, the system, yeah, the system, when you log in, the system have to verify your details. That's a complementary action, yeah? So for an exclude relationship is the opposite, yeah? An exclude relationship, in an excluding relationship, the system does not, an exclude relationship does not happen all the time, yeah? But an include relationship happens, it's like an include relationship happens all the time, while an exclude relationship happens occasionally. Yeah. So if you log in, the system verifies your login details. Yeah. If you understand that every time you log in, the system automatically verifies your login details. But in the case where you log in, yeah, and your login details is incorrect, then you get an exclude relationship, which is display error message. So if your login details is incorrect, automatically the system displays an error message. So that's an exclude relationship. So I can give an instance here, the relationship between you sneezing, yeah, because every time you sneeze, you close your eyes. Yeah, we all close eyes when we sneeze. But another thing we do is we sneeze, we close our eyes, we say excuse. So whenever you sneeze, you close your eyes, that relationship is called exclude relationship, because closing your eyes complements the sneezing. But in some cases, when we sneeze, we don't say excuse me. Remember, Most times when we sneeze, we say, excuse me, especially if people are around us, we say, excuse me, but not all the time. Sometimes we even forget. So that's an extend relationship. So relationship is basically a communication link. So we have an include and an exclude relationship. Then we also have a generalization or inheritance or specialized relationship. And in terms of specialized relationship, it's more like a parents children relationship, like I depict on this diagram here. The user, old user, new user, it doesn't matter, they are all user, but you can just see the connection. Yeah. Example again is the payment. Payment has different methods. Yeah. In this case, in a generalized relationship, payment might be PayPal, might be payment by card, maybe transfer, bank transfer. They are all generalized or specialized relationship or inheritance relationship. Then lastly, we have what they call an extension point. I hope this is the last one. Yeah, yes. We have an extension point. We have an extension point. An extension point is basically an exclude relationship, yeah, but it's kind of unique. That's why it's called an extension point, because in this case, yeah, for like the example I gave now, as a user, you want to register, yeah, you click on register, the system automatically pops up, yeah, maybe your registration page is displayed, yeah, that's exclude relationship, yeah, but now you're filling the form, yeah, you're filling the form and you are stuck, yeah. So what you want to do, you want to look for help. So how do you look for help? There is also another button that you click. Maybe there's an option to click a guide or frequently asked question or terms and condition that you click. So you can see that every time you click register, yeah, automatically the system responds by displaying the register page. That's an exclude relationship. But it becomes extension points where you have to click, yeah, to request for something, yeah, to view guide, for instance, or to view frequently asked questions or terms and conditions. So you see, you have to click to get to that page. So that's an extended point. So I've also left an example here for us to view. Yes. Can we all see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Let's say yes, you can see the screen. All right, thank you. So this is a typical example of a use case. Yeah. Remember, a use case have a system, an actor, use cases, and relationship. Yeah. So we have the system here that we are building. Our project basically is to build a system. Yeah. And this is the system in the rectangular box. Yeah. Now, in the system, we have the actors. Remember, we talked about personas. I don't know if your BAs talked about personas. Yeah. These are the actors, the people that are going to be using the system. Yeah, we have the primary actor, we have the secondary actor. The primary actor might be yourself, the customers, the students, the instructor. Yeah, while the secondary customer is admin or the bank system. Yeah, or your database. Yeah. Now, what are the activities the customers or the students or what are the activities the users are going to be performing on the system? First, the user would register. The user will perform registration is one of the use case. Yeah, those are one of the functionalities in the system. Yeah, the user can also log in. The user can book a course or buy products. The user can make payments. Yeah. Now, with this example I've given here, you find out every time for a new user will have to register. And once you register, automatically the database registers your credentials. Yeah, so that's why you have the link. You register, the secondary actor reacts. Yeah. Again, you log in. What happens? Because your system is already registered, is already saved in the database of the system. Yeah, your information is saved in the database system. The system. Yeah. So every time you log in, automatically, yeah, the system verifies your login details. Let's say you log in, then every time you log in, the system verifies your details. Yeah, automatically. Yeah, because it's already in the system. That's why you find out that it's not linked to this, because the system has already picked it and saved it in the database. So there's no reaction from the secondary actor at this point. Yeah. On the other end, if you log in and your details is incorrect, you have an extended relationship here. An error message is displayed. Yeah. And you can also see it's not linked to the secondary actor because the secondary actor is not responding to anything here. The system has already captured it. Yeah. The customer can book a course. Let's say the customer is a student. Yeah. And the customer wants to book a course. The customer books a course. You can see the reaction from the secondary actor, admin. Yeah. The customer booked a course. The customer make payment. Admin responds. Now, there's also another secondary actor, which is the bank. You know, when you make payments, the bank verifies your details is verified. Yeah. So here, you make payments. Payment has two levels. You make card payments, you make bank transfer. However, whichever payment method you choose. Now, this is a generalized relationship now. Whichever payment you decide to use, the system, yeah, verifies if you have sufficient fund. Yeah. So this generalized relationship. So moving to the next, yeah, you want to register or you want to set up your profile, because now you've registered, you have a profile, but now you want to set up your profile. Yeah. You click, you log in, you go into your, you get on your profile, but now you want to update your profile. Yeah. You click your profile settings. Yeah. What happens? But you need help. Yeah. So you go, you ask for help. You click the help link. If there's a help link, which usually you have a help link. You click the help link. And there's an extension point, which goes to the profile where you can view help. Yeah. Where you can see, you can view information on how to help yourself. Yeah. Or you can also click the privacy setting for privacy information. Yeah. So that's also an extension point. I think I'm doing well with time here. We have just 4 minutes. Do we have any question on this? That sounds like a no. Or maybe we're not interested.
Sorry, good one. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go on.
Yeah. Is it include and exclude or include and extend? Because you're saying
include and extend.
Okay, so it's include and extend, not include and exclude.
No, not include and exclude.
Two different things.
Yeah, include and extend.
Extend, okay.
extend. Yeah.
Right.
Lola.
Yeah,
Go
thank
on,
you,
Lola.
Manuel. Yes. So my question is, this use case diagram now, is it done alongside the process map? Or at what point?
Okay, let me confess, yeah? Because in this environment we find ourselves, yeah? We actually don't use case because use case is more for the technical guys, yeah?
Okay.
So it's either you use case to describe actions, activities the system is going to be performing, but in this environment is user story, yeah? User
So when you say
story
this
is from the
environment, that's Blue
customer's
Sky.
perspective. Yeah, Blue Sky is an agile environment.
Okay.
Yeah. So user story. Yeah, you can see everything we do. Yeah, when we are writing your user story, you're looking at you're writing your story from the perspective of the user of the system. Yeah. What the user is going to be doing. In this case, is similar, yeah, but it's the connection, the interaction between the user, the system, and the actors. Yeah.
Okay, so if I
So it's
understood you
technical.
clearly, okay. So does that mean that this is not usually used in an agile environment?
No.
Okay.
But because you don't know where you find yourself and you don't know what your the environment you find yourself will ask for you to do. So you want to have an idea. And that's why this platform is very good, because the platform gives you the basic things that you need. But when you get there, you continue to learn, because that's what we do.
Yeah.
We keep learning. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Mahmoud Bello.
Sorry, I just want to ask, like, what sort of what do we use for writing this use case? Is it Visio or any other software?
That will be the next line now. Yeah, can use Visio, but I'll show us how to do it as well. Yeah. Any more question? We have just 1 minute, but I think we'll give ourselves 5 minutes. I'll show us how to do it on Visio. Yeah. Okay. Lola, your hand is still up. Muhammad, your hand is still up. Mohammed, Bello, your hand is still up. Okay. Yes. So anyway, that is that. At the beginning, I mentioned UML diagram. Yeah. So I won't go into that details, but this is where we are focused on. Yeah. The use case is on the behavioral side. Yeah, we have the structural and the behavioral section of a UML diagram. UML simply is Unified Modeling Language. So one of the tools we use is your Visio. Yeah, there are so many other tools that you can use to create this diagram. Yeah. So I've also mentioned here, you want to define, before you start, you want to understand your boundaries, the system boundaries. You want to know who your actors are. You want to know their association, their links, their connections. Yeah. And you want to also understand the use case. Now, in your Visio, yeah, this is how you create your use case. This is how you locate where to get your use case. Yeah, at this point, if someone can quickly share his screen so that we look through that person's screen, because I've been sharing my screen. I think my screen needs to be oiled. Yeah, can someone just volunteer to share a screen? So I'll just show us where to locate this. Thank you. Who's sharing the screen? Fantastic. Who's sharing your screen? Whose screen is this?
Wumi.
Okay, Wumi, good. Gang. Woman, if you cancel it, won't it work? Close. Okay, it won't work for you. When last did you use it? Yes, open. Let's cancel. Then expand. Yeah. So. Yeah. So when you go to the new, click new. On your left, on the file tab. Yeah. I've also created like a walkthrough of this. Yeah. Then if you go scroll down where you have that search bar. Yeah. Enter UML use case. Separate the use from the case. Search. Yeah, so you have to. Yeah, so you can decide to select whichever one you want. Maybe select the one on your left if you want. Yeah, then now here you can decide to choose an option here. You can decide to create a blank page where you do everything yourself, or you can decide to pick any templates here. Yeah, so let's say we pick a template, a new one, sorry, a new document, create a new document. On your left, no, you have, okay, that's fine. So you see on your left side, you can see all those stencils on your left. So you can see the actor, you can see the use case, you can see the subsystem, you can see the association, the dependency, the generalization, the include and extend. Yeah? So we can pick it from here. Just drag it normally the way you're going to use your Visio. Yeah, so that's the actor. Remember, the system comes in first. Pull up the system. We have just 1 minute left. Let's say 2 if they permit. Yeah. Now you see where you have name. Go to the top where you have name. Then you name the system. What system are you building? Give it a name, any title. Fantastic. Delete the name. That's fine. Yeah, remember, we have both the secondary and the primary actor. So if you pulled up an actor, you can just click the box first. Okay, that's fine. You can right-click that and paste. Copy, paste. You have an actor. You drag to the right. So you have the left, you have the primary and the secondary actor. Yeah. Then use case. Take it inside the system. Everything that is happening happens inside the system. That's everything in the system is in scope. So that's where you're focusing. So what action do you want the user wants to perform? You can just enter any action. Just mention the action.
Login.
User, okay, any action at all. Just say login. Because you have the user already, an actor, so don't mention it inside. Yeah. So login. So now every time you log in, what happens? You log in with your credentials, what happened? So there's a relationship between the use case, which is login, and the actor, which is the primary actor. So you connect it, association. Yeah. Now you can drag it to the middle, highlight everything and drag to the middle. No, don't do that yet. Exactly, yeah. So if you want to expand now, you can blow it up if you want. That's okay, so that keep it brief. That's okay. So now, link it. Exactly. So every time you log in, yeah, there's no activity with the third party because you've already registered. So the system has saved your information. Yeah. So what you want to say is there is an include relationship. So there's another use case. So we have a base use case and we have an include use case, which is verify credentials. Yeah. So expand, hold on. First of all, no. First of all, expand the system. No, the system itself, click that, then drag it out. No, you're dragging from your right in the middle, click the system. Yeah. Now go, all right, that's fine. That's fine. I hope everybody's following. Yeah. So every time you log in, you can reduce that, reduce it. No, reduce login. Still reduce it further. Reduce it more. You can increase the size of the front size. No. Yeah, that's fine. Then take your verified credentials. Take the verified credentials because that is an include use case to the right-hand side to show the response from the system. Take it more further so that you have space. Then you can reduce it. Okay, that's fine. Then, because that's an exclude relationship now. So you can go there and pick up exclude. Now you can see the difference. That's it's an include relationship because every time you log in, the system verifies your credentials. So it happens automatically. No, the system go from exclude, from login, take it from login to, yeah, from there, yes, to there. You can drop it, then you can drag the link from the edge to link that exclude. Yes, yes, linked already. Yeah. So you can also decide to do another use case, exclude use case, which is error notification displayed. First of all, do a use case. Now, guys, you need to play with this tool. If you don't, yeah, you won't understand how easy or difficult it is. Yeah, so just play with it, make your mistake. I can assure you, you learn something. Yeah, that's okay. Then that's an extend relationship now. From login. Yeah. You drag it, yes. So you understand what exclude means. No, see the arrow has to be reverse. Now, at it from the points there. Don't worry, just bring it down. Yeah, bring it down. You've mixed it up. Just bring it down completely. Bring it down. Just chill, release it, exactly. Take it around, turn it around. Yeah. Click out, let's see. So you understand what exclude is now? Include happens automatically. It complements the base use case, which is login. Every time you log in, system automatically, yeah, verifies your credentials, yeah. But if your login credentials is wrong, the system also display an error message, yeah. So that error message is your extend relationship, yeah. So basically, guys, I think I'll leave it here. Let's practice this. I will leave the I'll leave the steps you can take to create this on Visio, but I'll have to ask them if I can share this document so that we can go through it when we have time. Yeah. So at this point, I would say thank you for giving me this opportunity. Yeah. To at least to spend time, this opportunity to spend with you guys this night. Yeah. I know and I hope that I've done well. Yeah. And if I have not, please, I would like a feedback. Yeah. And tell me with all sincerity if I've actually done well. However, I would leave us at this point. So if you have any question that we want to ask, I think we can take the next 2 minutes to ask any question before
Why do you want to turn the light?
we call it a day. Any question from anyone? That's a no. That's interesting. Anyways, thank you for your time. And if you have any question, you can post it on the chat. Somebody will definitely pick it up, or you can send it through your Scrum Master to me. Yeah. And I'll also share the templates. I'll also need to take ask if I could share it before I do. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. And enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you.
Thanks, Emmanuel. Good night.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so
much.
on the client. It's hard already.